Hey everyone, welcome back. Happy Sunday afternoon. Hi Hilal, thanks for coming. Hey Lauren, super grateful to have you guys here. Today I'm going to wrap up the third portion of our coaching series. This is the first coaching series, so there will be more to follow. Thank you all for the encouragement and all the kind words. It's been so nice to hear it. I'm grateful. Today, this is the third portion of this coaching series. So we're going to be wrapping it up. In the first section, we talked about getting clarity. In the second section, we talked about coming back to your why, your reason why. And in this section, we're going to be talking about the execution plan for this particular client. So we're going to talk about energy, we're going to talk about our beliefs and mindfulness as well. So just some of the actual strategies that I'm sharing with this client to help make this dream a reality. And there are different ways that I look at that, and hopefully this can help you frame some of the ways that you practice this stuff yourself. So I would love to hear how this has helped you. I'm really grateful for all the responses so far that I've gotten, and super happy to be helping so many people already. I'm really grateful, you guys. Thank you. So without further ado, I want to dive right in. The first thing I wanted to talk about as far as sustaining energy to create the impact that you want, for me, it comes down to mindfulness. And my approach to this is centered around getting still enough to know where you are and then getting comfortable there. So the first thing that I want to convey and to this client and to you watching this video is the first step to undertaking anything is to first be where you are, to get centered, to be present with yourself. And hopefully, as you continue to practice that through meditation, whatever form of mindfulness helps you, you can begin to not only accept where you are, but also begin to appreciate where you are. So once you have learned how to still yourself, not participate in any mental chatter, then the acceptance and the appreciation of where you are is fertile ground for anything that you want to do. Like, you feel like you're so much more free to move around. You have actual space once you can appreciate where you are. So that positive spot to start from is huge and such an important tool whenever you're undertaking anything. And then the reason I want to talk about being mindful of our emotions as well is also, we live in a hectic world. There's a lot going on, and we want to always make sure that we're coming back to ourselves. So there's always going to be challenge that we face. Self-centering is such an important skill, especially as you start to put yourself out there, do something you really care about. Coming back to this level of I am okay with myself, where I am, what I'm doing, that is such a powerful place to be. And whenever things get turbulent, you're going to be able to trust yourself and lean back on yourself. So that's why my approach is centered around mindfulness, and self-centering is such an important skill and tool to have in your tool belt. The next thing I want to talk about is your beliefs. So with this particular client, as I described, this person has had a bit of success, quite a bit of success, and is coming up against making a transition to something different that is previously, not quite totally aligned with what he's been doing. So there's been a lot of beliefs around that about people leaving, not caring, or getting upset. So the first thing that we're looking at really is not trying to live up to the expectations of others. Like, right now, the most important thing that any of us can do, to serve ourselves, to serve the people that we love, to serve the world, is to listen to our heart first and choose our direction based on that. And you're going to make some people upset. And so getting a little bit over the hump of, trying to please everybody is so important. And on top of that, really what comes on the other side of going your own direction is you become magnetic. People want to be around, we talked about this in the last video, people want to be around what they also believe in. And so when you lead by example and do something that you love, it makes everything else take off. So that's something that we've been talking about a lot. Hopefully that's helpful to you. Just having that little bit of courage, and once again, coming back to yourself always. And really another thing that I want to, that I'm helping this client reframe and I want to express to you guys, I think this is a super important thing, is that we're changing the mindset from, it can be scary to take a leap into something you've never done. So changing the mindset from worrying about uncertainty and fear of the unknown, which is totally natural, it is easy to overcome that once you are able to shift into the mindset of uncertainty being equivalent to possibility. So once you are in this mindset of possibility and you're looking at, yes, it's a very wide expanse of all the things that are out there. It can be intimidating at times, but if you think about it in terms of this is just infinite field of whatever I can make or do or anything is possible, that's a much more creative mindset, and it's also going to help you keep your stress down and endeavor for longer with what you're doing. The third portion of this energy maintenance plan that I want to share with you about is really getting down to some of the practical stuff, nitty gritty, how we live our daily life to help you become the best version of yourself. And first thing I always come back to with this, it's been so important to me in my journey and so important to the journey of my clients, is diet. So it's a really simple thing. I think fortunately there's a growing amount of awareness out there right now about how important it is what we put in our body to keep our energy levels up. And I think everybody's different, so it's helpful to work with a coach. If that's something that you've struggled with, please let me know. I'd be happy to talk with you, have some time to drill into what it is that you've tried or what it is that you're not. Everybody's different, and it's helpful to be able to work with somebody, bounce those ideas off, and find out what works. The second thing is daily rituals. Daily rituals are a key portion of high performance. And for me, some of the most important and largest breakthroughs have come from sticking to a daily ritual. For me, what I think the significance of the ritual is coming back to whatever intention you've set. And that's a daily practice. You're not going to just jump into something and then, your mind is always there. Like, life has ups and downs. Like, you're going to get distracted from whatever it is that you were doing. So it's important to have a daily practice. And once you establish that daily practice, you are much more concrete. You're basically laying the ground layer. I like to think of it all as you're building a castle, right? So if you lay the foundation on sand, when something comes to shake it, it's going to fall down. But if you have a daily practice and you're strengthening that foundation every day, you're unstoppable. So hopefully that's been helpful as well. I think another thing is identity. When you come back to something so many times, it becomes part of who you are. And when we have a strong identity associated with what we are aiming to accomplish with our personal mission, internally and externally, what you want to put into the world, you have a vibrancy about you, which is so important. And really you're reinforcing those patterns in yourself, which is a key to coming back and being successful in the long term. And then the final part of this equation, and I know this one is practical, is sleep. And so we are working on sleep. I think the one of the biggest things that we're doing is looking at different ways to modify that. So if once again, if I can be of help to anybody in terms of practical advice, little practices that I've picked up along the way, please let me know. Hopefully this video has brought you a ton of value. I'm seeing so many people have come in here and popped out. This has been such a great time, you guys. I'm really happy to bring you this first coaching series, and there's going to be more to come. So can't wait to see you all back here again soon. Thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Much love.